Hey, what up, y'all? So, um, we want some drawing? Yes, I know that's new, but it is what it is. So we're gonna mess around with it. Um, like part of the reason why I've been messing around with it and stuff is basically I'm on live on two things. So if I turn this way, it's because I'm drawing over here. But I wanted to start telling my own stories, see how to go. I used to draw like years before, like years ago. And so I was like, okay, let me see how this will work. And I was like, hey, do it. So so I figured, hey, let me go ahead and try. I think you can see it on here too much, but eh, ah. um you'll leave if you ain't if you ain't getting down what I'm talking about and all that good stuff anyway. So it's all good, right? But figured, let me see and try my hand at it since I got a little bit of extra time and do some drawing and stuff. So working on new characters and stuff that I have in my head. And the thing about it is like doing this, I've started seeing things that I've missed in other art. And when people would ask me like what do you think about or what are you doing or what would you like to see before I'd be like, oh, it's just do it like this. And now, like getting on here and messing with it and doing it, like I see some of the things that I could have made better or I could have recommended or whatever the what's going on, man? What's going on, Rick? So it's a bunch of different stuff that I see that I should have been messing with. But this is all this is about uh I actually here's the thing. I actually got into it after talking to like Seji, um, Michael Madlock, and Kofi when I went down to Champaign, Illinois. And then I came up, and I think later that week I talked to Michael, and then and then he was telling me like with his Easy Morrow book, which I'm waiting for him to get that done. He was telling me it took him about 8 months to get to where he was at and stuff, and I'm like, oh man, okay, that's what. And so, so I was like, hey, let me try and get on some of this art stuff and start messing with some of this, right? So that's where that had came from with me actually getting in on it and started messing with it. I was like, time to sit down and do all that. I can sit down and do that. Let me change this up real quick. Okay, but yeah, I was like, I can go in and I can do that. I can take time to do all that. So I started drawing on paper. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like I didn't know the difference. Whatever. It's like okay, cool and stuff. But um, in my mind, the whole thing I was like, I was gonna draw mangas and the comics that I do. I was gonna do all that. Oh yeah, most definitely, Pat. Throw it at me. I'm gonna check it out. I look at all the stuff, right? Like I look at all of it, and so I'm doing all of that, and I'm trying to figure out which one I'm going to go with. And then I'm gonna be honest, I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what you say, how you feel, what you talk about. Started looking at stuff and I started seeing how they do digital art and stuff. I'm like, I'm going that route. Because you know, I'm 40, right? Like I don't have time to be sitting here playing all these games and oh, I'm gonna do this and then I'm gonna do this, do this and this the perfect and it's not. It's not. I ain't got time for that. I'm gonna get this shit done. So I was like, I seen what they had for digital art and then some of the tools. And then my man uh David, they did the Void Beast Frenzy story. I had asked him about it. He was like, learn your tools, scribbles, do whatever you got to. And for me, I was like, yo, I'm gonna use whatever I can outside of just doing straight up like AI and barking and stuff. I knew I didn't want to go that route. Like I knew uh what's going on, man? What's going on? Just running my mouth, getting ready to start drawing and talking about Blue Eyed Samurai, but I started here, so I was like, okay. But so I was like, I'm going to use whatever I can. So digital was the way for me. That this was the route that I said, okay, I'm going to do. Wait. Am I on the right thing? Okay, yeah. I'm still learning all this stuff. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, I am on a Flip Studio, and then I did start drawing. Like this is about. Started. I talked to Michael like last month, so it's been about a month or so. But I was getting ready for SableCon and everything, so it was certain things that I couldn't do. So it's not like it's some amazing stuff, and I'm just like, I got it all together. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I do not. Here's the thing, though. The thing that I'm really worried about, though, the thing that I'm really worried about is like coloring. 'Cause I'm colorblind, like full on, where it's like I can't see anything. But I'm like, okay, how am I going to do this? When I can't even tell what color I'm looking at. So so basically, I'm just doing my thing and going with it, and go from there. And I'll just let people see and do what they gonna do. Also, this is not for me to touch any of my books that I have out now. Like I have no intentions of touching like the Extraordinary Messiah, Boy Beast, and all like that. No. I'm still going with with Francis and all my other guys. I'm still going with them. I'm not touching it. I don't have the skill to do none of that. I don't have the skill to do any of that, and that's going to take way too long. But I will do other stuff. I will do other things. Feel like my hands feel like my hands are always so wobbly. Like I'm doing it, and my hands just are like shaking and stuff. And no matter how many boxes and circles I do and stuff, I can't draw straight lines and stuff. So I'm like, you know what? This is gonna be a little crazy. This is gonna be a little crazy. But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. That's me running my mouth. Can't guarantee how much of this stuff I'm gonna get done. Can't, I can't be like, I'm just gonna get. I was like, I figure I'll just get on here and talk some shit while I'm drawing this character. So it is what it is. But also, what I was originally what I was originally going to talk about was Blue Eyed Samurai on Netflix. And my man Josh from Nerds and Hip Hop and everything, which I know him before then, he had messaged me and told me about it. And so I watched it, but I wasn't going to watch it at first. And the reason why I wasn't going to watch it is because I don't really like that 3D animation style. Like that is not my favorite style to go to. I don't know if that don't. I'll fix that later. You was doing it. That's not my favorite style to go to. I mean, I got colorists and stuff, but I still want to mess with it myself and see how it goes. It's just kind of like testing it out to see how everything goes. It's partially who I am. Like it's like okay, let me see and go over this a few times and see if I want to do it because I can, right, like I can. Isn't who is it? Uh, isn't Gige dude that does Jujutsu Kaisen? Didn't they say he was colorblind or something like that? It was one of them. They were colorblind or something. I don't know. I don't know. But so I watched it, and I'm like, what in the world is going on? And I liked it, like automatically. First episode, I was in. I was there. I was there. I was like, okay, I'm here. I like this. And I don't really have any complaints. The thing about it is, forget names. So probably I done forgot the main character's name and stuff already, and I'm not gonna go look it up at the moment. But the gist of it is that there's this samurai that's mixed with white and Japanese, and she has blue eyes, even though she tries to pass herself off as a guy. And she has blue eyes like the white folks, and she is mad at everything about being that, coming from that, and just she's just mad, right? And she's like, I gotta go kill these dudes, and that's basically the gist of it in a whole revenge story. And so automatically, I was like, okay, I feel that, I feel that, I understand where the character coming from, I understand why she doing what she doing, I feel that. Um, then watching it and watching how everything was done, even though I'm not the best, I don't like the animation style. Like it was done great, but the 3D stuff, it just really bothered me. I think the reason why it bothered me also was because of I watched Berserk. I watched Berserk like that a few years ago, and it just pissed me off. It just pissed me all the way off. It just pissed me off, and I was like this. Her name was Mizumi, something like that. It was something like that. So they said her name, like they said her name multiple times, and I loved her as a character. I loved her as a character. Like I felt like that's the way you do revenge stories, and especially when it comes to, like, for me, when it comes to women. Because I'm gonna be honest, I personally feel like when it comes to stories like that, because like the whole Kill Bill thing, that I loved both of them because I got to see another one. What was it? Oh, God, it was that horror movie where the lady had got raped or something in the woods or whatever, and then they tried to kill her, and then they left her. They left her somewhere in the woods, and then the lady came back and was running through these dudes. She was running back. She was running through, like, killing everybody. Like, and I like that because women, they have, in real life, they have different aspects and they have different things we have to worry about than men do. Especially me. I'm 6'4", big dude. I don't have to walk down the street. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't have to walk down the street and be like, man, the dude might kill me. Now, you have to worry about that, right? To worry about, man, the dude might kill me. And he might rape me too. Like, I don't have to worry about that. It's just something I don't have to worry about. And and women have so many other things build on top of having to already be like, yo, I'm gonna fight these men, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna kill all these dudes and stuff. They have so many more things to worry about. And I think putting that in samurai movies, revenge stories, and showing those different aspects, I think it's amazing, and it adds to the tension of what's going on, showing what women would have to go through if they took a journey like that. And I always like seeing that, and I think they did it well, just like Bill did it well. Uh, so I didn't have too much of a problem, too much of a problem with any of that. And I, and just her That's what I'm thinking about. I can't remember if it was House Down the Street or Spit on Your Grave. I can't remember which one it was. So I'm like, okay, women have these issues that folks got to deal with. Um, yeah, both are, and I feel like that both of those are always things to point out. And I'm gonna be honest, man. I felt like when I was watching that, I felt a little offended by the way people talked about um payment folks when it came to like She-Hulk and stuff like that. And it was a thing where people made excuses for the way um She-Hulk acted with Hulk. And looking at with Mizumi in Blue Eye Samurai, they showed everything that character went through. Like it was like she was dealing with issues when she was a kid because she was mixed. She was mixed with European. Kids didn't like her. They didn't want her. Mama was there because she was getting paid off to do whatever. All these things were going on, and then she had to go and kick it with the sword maker. She kicked it with them. Then she had to learn how to fight from different people and everything. And it showed the hardship that she went through. And it wasn't just I can do this. I'm better than you, or I can do this. I don't need to. I'm a woman. I can do this. I can go through all this. For her, it was like, yo, I got to learn everything that I'm trying to learn because I'm going to do this thing. Now, y'all can say whatever, and you can say whatever. You can say, well, she did this, and she don't be trying. I don't give a fuck what she was trying to do. She was trifling. Like it was just what it was. And y'all sitting there trying to defend it when we've watched Kill Bill, when we've watched uh White Samurai, when we've watched oh Lord. Oh shit. I'm sorry. Man. Where you at? Like where are you at, Joe? So I don't so I'll just leave things alone. Oh no, that's ugly as hell. I don't like that. But yeah, I'll try not to all of these things are going on and we see what this character went through. But then in She-Hulk, it was like, I don't need to do this because I deal with this stuff all the time. That's like if she said, I don't need to deal with all of this stuff. I deal with this all the time. Like, it didn't make sense. And so it's like people sit there and called you names, talked about people, talked crazy about folks about something that was terribly written. And y'all went along with it and talked about folks. Like, come on, man. Come on. I was like, that's why I can't take none of y'all seriously when it comes to this stuff. I just can't. Can't. I can't do it. I can't take you seriously. First fight on what? On White Samurai? My lines look so crazy to me. But you know what? I gotta keep rolling anyway. Like it don't matter what it look like. Let's go ahead and finish it and then I can stand back and look at it and figure out what I need to change up and stuff, right? So 'cause I don't have the greatest eye with none of this stuff. I don't have let me turn this light on. Like I don't have the greatest eye for like none of this stuff. It's not like, oh man, I know where I messed up. I don't know. I don't know what it looked like. I don't know what I did wrong. I just don't know. Oh yeah, by the way, this character, her name is Destiny that me and Zach came up with for we're gonna get through and get us a little one shot going called Dragon Runners. And the gist of it, okay, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it alone because that part was cool. That part is cool. What? The fight before when they were grown, they said she won because of wokeness. You talking about when she checked off when she gave him the John Cena? I'm sorry. No, I'm not. She gave him the John Cena. That they said she won because of wokeness. Then that's crazy. Wokeness is the reason for everything, ain't it? Oh, that's some bull. Like, no, that wasn't that. This what that have to do with her being a she like here's the thing. Like, I get a lot of this, but when it comes to some of this wokeness stuff, I can't really full on can't full on get with it because it's just folks using it. They don't even know what the term woke mean, and then two, it's like they're just using it just to kind of throw it at folks for whatever they don't like. And I agree. Like a lot of stuff, like I said, like with She-Hulk was some bullshit. Like the first episode, the first few episodes, the way she treated Bruce and stuff, that was bull. You know, the rest of it is however she wanted to, and it wasn't whatever. And I like some of the stuff, but overall, I'm like, I wouldn't watch this again, and I wish I wouldn't have finished it. I wouldn't have finished it, and I don't now. Like a lot of stuff, I just like, I ain't doing it. But whole wokeness stuff, it's a little goofy, and the reason why it's goofy is because, um, okay, I'll explain it like this. I pay attention to manga, uh, comics, all that stuff, and everything. And you'll see a lot of people online talk about how they going over to manga. It was like, oh, manga sells selling comics, and this and that because of the wokeness in comics and this and that. Because and to be honest, I agree with you on to a point. I agree with them to a point. It's like some of the stuff that they putting out in comics is a little ridiculous. Where I got to worry about somebody talking about the back and forth between how a woman is this and that, or it's because I'm black and it's this and that, and they're making the characters this, and they having this whole goofy conversation where it's just being thrown at me, right? 'Cause even in manga, there's always been political statements. There's always all this stuff has always been there. Manga, they kind of weave it in, like it's in your face, but they also kind of weave it in to where it's not right there. Like Berserk, for instance. Like Berserk um could be a whole example of war and then the church and then religious war. Like it could be that. It's that, but that's not. That's background. It's background. Nobody's. Our mirror wasn't throwing it in your face. It's like you see it and think about it. You have a character like Farnese, and everybody that's there, and everybody's talking about it, and you see it going on, but it's not the main thing. They're not barking at you about religion. Now we can take it out. We can take slices of it out and speak on it and stuff. We can do that, but it's not the main thing. So I understand when people talk about it. But the difference for me, and this is just me, when it comes to talking about that whole product is better than manga thing, I think it's because a lot of people that's really saying it are a lot of these wild thought having white folks that's saying it. It's like they don't want to go along with it. So when it comes to manga, they don't want their heroes taken away, and I don't care when it comes to certain things. I just want the story to be good. I don't care about feminism. I don't care about the black stuff. Actually, I really don't. As long as you represent the characters well, and you ain't just coloring characters. I don't like that. I don't like you blackwashing them and all this other stuff. or swapping palettes. I don't like that. It is what it is, right? So as long as it's true to the character. But I feel like with American comics, since they're making those pushes and doing those, a lot of people want to run off and pay attention to manga and talk about how manga is doing so much, whatever, because they can still look at that and see themselves. When it comes to like mainstream manga and stuff, there's not a push in mainstream manga to change the people to make them black or something else. There's no real push for that. So of course they're gonna go over there and uh and make a big whooped about manga doing so much better than the stuff that they love and they miss so daggone much with the with American comics. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do with the ear, but that's what I'm gonna do with it. Um so I'm like, it's just something where I'm like, nah, I ain't full on good with all of that. Okay, but okay, then maybe so many things I still gotta learn. And so feel like with like the comics and stuff, they, they they talk about manga because they still see themselves, and because age and because manga and stuff, they have drawn the characters in a way where a white person and people can look at it and be like, "Hey, that looks like me." Now because you see how it goes, like right, you see how it goes when when black creators start talking about their mangas and they put them out. You can go through any of them. You can go basically, even if, and like y'all know how much I love Berserk, but like the black dude that was like black, this nigga was a whole rapist. Like he was a whole child molester, and I'm like, oh, why, why? And it's like, oh yeah, definitely, because it's like even me, like we grew up watching all this stuff, whether it was Dragon Ball, whether it was Ronin Warriors, what was it? Inchimeo, Akira, all this stuff, Ranma Half, all these things were out when we were younger. So we've always seen it. And I don't fault anybody for it. Only thing I fault is when we start making these wild excuses for it. Well, it's because like look. They know what they doing. And to act as if these grown men and women don't know what they're doing is a whole lie. Because in the 1950s and 60s and everything, they knew what white folks was doing when they were showing them all crazy, and they didn't like it. They knew it. Everybody knows it. Whether they were over in Japan, or whether they were over in Japan or in America, they knew what it was. And it's not everybody, because um, was it? I think Kubo, right? Kubo. He the black characters of Bleach, they cool for the most part. You know what I'm saying? But if most of them's run around being rapists, murderers, and big bubblegum lip having black folks, it's like I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can deal with that. That's something I'm gonna really want to be rocking with. So it is what it is. Yeah, and my thing is they should. That's they people. You know what I'm saying? They not. It's it, it's up to us to make our images better. And there's a lot of black mangakas and everybody that's doing it now that's able to do it. Even then, they do. They like us having big bubblegum lips and stuff, just big pink bubblegum looking lips. And so it's up to black folks to change it. And there's a lot of them doing it now, and I think it's time for us to do it now. But you can still see in in online and everything where it's like people are like, black, you can't do manga. There ain't no black characters in manga. Blah, 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 blah. And, and it's still a thing where the black folks got to get over that too. But it ain't it ain't really a bad thing. It's just part of the game. This is what they gonna do until you really make something happen. until we really make something happen, it's just what we're gonna go through and what we're gonna have to see and make happen, and everything. So I would just say keep going through what you got to go through and stuff. Do what you got to do. Uh, one of the things I'm not like super good at, as you can tell with like some of these things, like actually, it's not even being. Oh, I'm not. Like I am not surprised if any of them got any kind of wild thoughts or anything about black folks. I am not one bit surprised. It just is what it is. But so I think it's a thing where we just have to make it our own. There's a bunch of different creators doing different styles that resemble it and everything and all that good stuff. And I think it needs to keep going because I like to talk shit. But for me, I don't think like I like to complain. Like I like to talk shit and complain. It it brings me joy. I think like, people don't understand. People talk about all this playing all that. No, 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 no. It makes me feel better. It makes my day that much better. Because think about it for me. I'll complain and talk and be mad and talk about everything. And then I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do now? And then I get up and go do what I feel like I have to do. Yeah, man, it's in everything. You're right, Joe. It's in every form of entertainment. We can go down the list. It ain't just Japanese and manga. It ain't just comics. It ain't just movies. Man, it is across the board. And it always goes back, and for me, it always goes back to black folks are going to have to be the ones to take the reins and do something about it. Because even when Italians first came over here, they had like caricature folks and artists who were drawing Italians all kind of crazy, and then Italians would like what were they doing? They were was it I think it was shoe shining and stuff like when they first came over, when they first started coming over in boats. White folks in America would draw the Italians all kind of crazy and have them looking like straight animals, like shining shoes and stuff. And then the Italians had to work to get off of it, and then they jumped on the white train. But before that, they had to go through the same thing. And it's a thing where I don't believe it's ever going to really stop. I don't think it's going to ever stop. But I do think that black folks are going to have to grab them reins and be like, yo, this is what we doing, and we gonna make it ours, and we gonna make stuff happen, all that stuff. So I gotta get better at so many things that just kind of hit you at once, and I'm like, man, I gotta get better at adding details and all this and this and all this stuff, right? So, but I just wanted to get. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. So I'm gonna try. Like I do these heads, and then I'll get these, and then it'll be all wobbly and crazy looking, and I start drawing. It'll look crazier. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm just go through it. But I do like three different like layers of stuff. Let me see. Is that one? No. What is that one? Okay, that one's there. And I do them in like different colors and different pens and stuff, so that I can try to make it make sense. But I have the hardest time. Let's see. And that's all you can do, and keep creating. Like you can, the only thing you really can do is keep creating and putting stuff out, and like Joe was saying, just like get it to the people that want what you got. That's what I've been worried about. Like lately, like doing the cons and doing other stuff and everything. I'm finding out like you'll go online, right? And I think a lot of people get kind of tripped up on this. It's like you'll go online and you'll see the people with big numbers and you'll see the people that's doing stuff, and you'll be like, "Hey, man, let me talk to you, and let me if I talk to this person, and we can." Like now, it's about finding the people that want to work with you. you see people with big numbers and they doing whatever on Kickstarter. They got a whole bunch of social media numbers and stuff. They folks ain't most of them ain't trying to talk, do nothing with you, and they don't want to. So don't get yourself off of that. Keep going and finding the people that want your stuff, and that's a job in itself. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'll talk about all that stuff, go into some of that later and stuff. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Focus on those people. Go find those people that want what you got and want to build with you, want to support you, want to buy from you and everything. This whole let me talk to this person and let me get up with these folks and stuff because most of them is full of shit anyway. And if you don't, and if you're not going along with what they saying and what they doing, then they ain't gonna want to be rocking with you anyway. So the minute you say something out of line that they don't like, then it's gonna be well, they don't rock with me like that, and that's all well and good. It is what it is, but they ain't playing that shit. Like I used to slap people for shit like that. So like I'm not gonna get on and start doing nothing like that with folks and be like, oh man, I hope that they talk to me because they we can work together and we can do. Nah, most of these people don't want to work with you, player. Most of them don't want to. You know what? I'm just gonna go up. Most of them do not want to, and that's fine. They ain't got to, but you do need to find your own people and rock with them because those are the people that care about you. Those are the people that want to work with you and see you do better and stuff. Feel like feel like doing this. I'm looking at this and like, you know what? Forget it. Forget it. Forget it. Feel like that looks a little crazy right there. Right? Oh well. It is what it is. Y'all let me know. And I'm more than open to listen to people that know what they talking about. Like folks and the men and women that know what they talking about. I'm down to listen to y'all. But if you don't, we're listening to you. Listen to my little woman is back there sleeping. So if you hear she just fell off the bed. um. So yeah, and just feel like I said with the whole woke thing, I just feel like it's a thing where they took something that black folks came up with, and then they just started throwing it on everything, and none of them know what's really going on with it. So I don't really use that when it comes to some of the stuff, but I do think some of these companies full of crap with what they're doing and what they're trying to push on folks, especially when they try to like if they're pushing it out, I don't have to watch it. Like I don't have to watch these things, right? My issue is that if I do watch it or if it's something that I like, it's not even an issue. It's just me saying what I gotta say. Um, that people will try to down talk you, that support these things. They'll try to talk to you crazy, say you don't know what you're looking at, call you all kind of names because you're not agreeing with something. You're not agreeing with what's being thrown at you, or you don't like exactly how it went down. Suddenly, you all these other goofy, all the scary names that they can come up with, and it's like, okay, this don't make no damn sense. This don't make no sense. Ooh, let me see if I can get this right. So I'm like, okay, that I'm not with that at all from anybody. Not from anybody. That look crazy. Oh well, we just gonna keep going. So I'm like, but going back, Blue Eye Samurai, like I liked the whole thing. The only thing I had one gripe about was what happened at the end, and that wasn't even a full on gripe, but it was like why? Like why did you do that? Why did y'all let? go that route? What made you go with that? I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Um, Getting the rest of these Kickstarter stuff out. Oh yeah. So if anybody has backed the Void Beast Chapter 5 Kickstarter, please check your email because I started sending out the digital rewards and everything for folks that back that. And then I'll be getting everything done for the for the upcoming books and stuff. But yeah, so I was like, didn't like that one particular part. Oh, that looks crazy. I didn't like that one particular part on Blue Eye Samurai, but that was about it. But again, this character is supposed to be, well, not supposed to be. I've been going over it, and since I'm not the greatest and I'm still rolling with this, it's like I don't know what looks right or anything. And being me, I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. We're gonna run with it, and I'm gonna keep going. I can improve later. I know that I can always improve later if I just keep going along with it and stuff, right? With everything that's going on. But her name is Denise. I mean, not Denise. Dang, her name is Destiny, and she is the youngest of the Dragon Runner crew. It's gonna be four of them. In the book, it's gonna be called Dragon Runners. The whole idea is that they're in the city similar to Milwaukee, and the kids go exploring. This is Denise, Javier, uh, man, I can't find Darius, and Tatiana. And so they all go exploring, looking through the city and all this other stuff, and they're hoping to find a dragon egg. And they're trying to get it to a specific location. That's what they're trying to do. This is me jumping into me with my man Zach and everything, just jumping into doing the whole one shot thing. This isn't we gonna do this forever. I don't know. We might see. But we want to see how it goes first. And then I want to see how it goes with me doing the art and stuff, since this is my first time. I have a tendency to just let things be what they are. So I'll do something and I'm not going to take too long with uh with getting it done. For me, I feel like once I get it done and do it a few times, then I can really judge what goes on. And I think that comes from, again, a lot of this stuff comes from jujitsu in training and stuff. And there's a point where it's like think about the move and then go keep doing it. Keep doing it. And I keep doing the move and I keep doing the move and I keep doing the move. Then I do it in then I do it in live sparring and everybody's watching and another person can tell you that wasn't there, it didn't feel right, it didn't do this, what you were doing, and then your instructor is watching, they can tell you what you're doing wrong after you get out there and do it. I don't wanna I'll take what anybody say, right? Like for me, you say your art look like this, it look horrible, it's blah 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 blah, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that because it is what it is. I'm gonna put it out and let it be what it is and let people judge it. And they run with it, they rock with it, or they don't. But I don't wanna sit here and not do it. And then I'm thinking to myself that, oh man, I could have did such and such, or if I would have did this, it would have been like this, or I would have had whatever. I don't like that. Like I really don't like that. I rather put it out, let people see it, and keep it moving. One eye might be the ruckus eye, the other one might be small. We can fix that. Somebody will say something to make you fix it. So it is what it is. Also, if you're on Facebook, for some reason you can't see, like sometimes I can see the comments, other times I can't, but I will respond after. Like for some reason I can't see it. Uh and I don't know why it does that to me, but it does. It does to where I can't see the comments and stuff. So I mean, it is what it is, right? Like my thing is also I gotta figure out it's where I'm doing with the eyeballs and stuff. So like what? Like wait a minute. I draw it, it didn't look cross-eyed. Am I supposed to just keep going, or am I going to erase it? And again, it goes back to me. I'm yeah, man, yeah. But I mean, it just is what it is. I would just much rather just let it be. Just kind of like let it be and keep it moving because it ain't like I'm some amazing person at any of it, right? It's still a lot to learn with everything. Uh, so I don't have like some of the and like even that I'm like that look a little crazy, look a little crazy, and then like fix it later. I can fix it later. So let me see. One of the things I also have to do is like make sure that I'm looking at make sure I'm looking at references and stuff because I'll be totally off. And again, this is not me. I'm not touching Void Beast. Like I have no intentions of being like, you know what? I'm gonna touch Void Beast, so I'm gonna do all this. Is that's not what I'm doing. This is not been done. Just ruined the whole progress of it. Me trying to do something with that. Now Francis and everybody's still gonna do that. I'm still working with them. I'm still working with them. I'm not touching that. Let's go here. Let me see. First I want to see like exactly what it is with doing like my own one shot and stuff. Because like I'm telling one of the things like I would do stuff for artists and then I know some of them are probably like, man, you need to figure out you need to tell me exactly what's going on. So I wanna do my own thing to see, you know what, let's see how that go. Let's see how that works. Let's see how that works. Let's see. I don't like that nose. It's like yeah, it should be on there. Like I put everything up there once 'cause I'm streaming on here too on Streamlabs. So I figured I'd do it all. I figured I'd do it all at once. 'Cause I don't like going to a bunch of different ones. Like if I have to think about, man, I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna go here and I gotta go here and do this, I'd be like, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing any of them. I'm just not gonna do any of it. So yeah, it's on oops, let's see. It's on YouTube and stuff too. It would be on TikTok, but I gotta do more on TikTok to where it's like um, where it I don't like the nose. Eh, okay. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, cool. Yes, I think it might be a little bit better on there. I know you can see the art better on there, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But yeah, I want to see what it's like, and I've been noticing that with the characters, like going over the story with oh no, we're not doing that. Oh no, Bucko. Mm-mm. No, we're not doing that. So feel like like the ear is off. Yeah, that look crazy. That look a little crazy. Look a little crazy. I'll fix that later. It just Yeesh. I'll worry about all that later. I was like, see, and then I run into these things. Where I'm like, what exactly should I be doing? Okay, that's not showing nothing. But yeah, man, I understand. I understand how some people not people that's deep in it. Oh shit, not people that's deep in it or anything. I don't know nothing about that, right? Like art wise, I am nothing like that. But I can understand some of the issues with folks like starting and stopping and stuff and everything because it's a little wild. It's a little wild on trying to get these things and consistently do it, especially when it comes to having to work and all kind of stuff too. It just okay. I'll check it out. 'Cause I'm like, I haven't even got like I've done like on my own. I've done like full body stuff, but you know how I go, all disproportionate and crazy looking and stuff. And it ain't even like this. And it's not like this is just completely perfect or anything like that. So it is what it is, I guess. I don't like that. Like I really don't. I'm going to take that off. I feel like that should be like here. That and then do that. Crazy. Oh well. Oh well. This is going to look crazy. And again, the reason why I just leave it is because I don't want to mess myself up with like, oh, I don't even know what like I don't even know what everything is supposed to look 100% like, right? Like I don't know. So I'm not gonna sit here and frighten myself about something that I don't know. And even if I look at this, look at somebody else's stuff, my mind is at level 5, but my hand is at level 1. Like my mind is there, I can see it, but my hand ain't where it is. And I'll keep doing it and I'll keep working on it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm just like, nah, I'll keep working on it. But what's going on, Kata? How you doing, man? I see that. I see that. I seen the little hand. So I'm like, it's something that I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna act too crazy with myself over because even if I see it, my hands aren't at the level where I can actually do those things. But I'm gonna keep going. See, now this is the crazy part. Like, I'm like, how do I make that? How do I make that work? And again, Facebook folks, I don't say nothing back, and you saying something to me, I'll see it after I get off of here, which I'm gonna get off of here soon. I'm not gonna be doing too much else up on this. I'm not gonna doing too much up here. Yeah, let's see. And then what I do is I do another layer, do another layer. Let's say, hey, black. Let's see how this is gonna happen. Basically, Pat. Like I don't see myself being too comfortable for a while now. It's like, man, like my hands are shaky as hell. I'm gonna try to do her. I'm gonna try to do Denise justice. I'm gonna try to do her justice. Because the thing about it, like this character, like and then after, so it's called Dragon Runners. Denise and her friends, they're gonna all try to be taking the dragon to a specific location, right? And through it, they get powers because the dragon egg can give them powers because the dragon egg is amazing. And the thing about it is like not just amazing. I got this idea from this is because I felt like there hasn't been many stories in that fantasy realm. I think a few more are starting to come out now. There haven't been many stories in that fantasy realm where we see black kids going on those fantasy adventures. Like it's here and there, but we don't you don't see it that much. So I wanted to write something and get something out of my head that oh that's ugly. I don't like that. I wanted to get it out of my head and make something like that. Like that coming of age fantasy type story. And the kids find and this man, I feel like I'm my hands are always shaking. I'm like it's not like that, but that's how I feel. That's how I feel it is. I like so like I said, figured that I would make something like that. 'Cause the stories, a lot of them that we see is like black kids and they just doing the wild stuff or it's whatever. It's like I want to see a black kid find a dragon, and I think Disney and Nickelodeon was like better with some of that stuff, but it ain't me, right? Because I don't want to. I'm trying to be better about saying it's ain't never been done. This ain't. It's not that it's never been done. It's just it ain't what I would do. So I'll do what I do, right? Really, that makes sense, right? Basically, you'll see a lot more of this character. Oh yeah, that sounds cool. I like the idea of that. It's all good. It's all good. So you'll see more of her and the other characters on social media and everything. I'll be sharing more of them and basically just showing more what they about and everything. I don't like that. Again, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. I am using whatever I can to get myself better. So, but not to the point where it limits me, I guess, right? Because if I gotta use certain 3D models and stuff, I will. I am not against using them. Ugh. It's like, whoa, that was way off. See, shaking, hands just. Uh, Uh, I don't know. I don't know. That might be some internet stuff, Pat, because I know a lot of black women that love anime. I see them every year. Like you gotta, I would say go to DreamCon and some of these other ones. Even at my convention, SableCon. Like up here, I've met a bunch of black women that like anime and stuff like that. And so I don't know. I can't answer that one. And then as far as I like Craig of the Creek. I love me some Craig. Ah! As you can see, I did not let up off of the screen. Oh God. Oh God, that looks horrible. You know what? Thanks. Oh well. Oh God. So yeah, I couldn't explain that one. I love me some Craig McCree. That is my shit. See how terrible? Like there was no reason why I should be doing that. But it is what it is, and just keep rolling. Go ahead and take that off. Let's see. Eh, ugh. Yeah. There's something I have. There's a few things I have to fix. Let's take. There's a bunch of stuff I gotta, but I ain't gonna be up here much longer because I got stuff I gotta take care of and do and stuff. So I will definitely try to be up on here a little bit more. Plus, if it'll keep me consistent with the arts, then I'll keep doing it. I'll keep being up here and everything. But yeah, man, my Kickstarter people, go check it. Make sure that you get on there because I've sent out most of my digital rewards, to everybody, and then you oh mm, I can't call it. I can't call it. I I like both. I don't see how anybody could be weird. That's another conversation I can get into later, or we can talk about it when we do our thing. Um, but check it. Make sure you get your Void Beast Chapter 5 stuff. Sent out all the books, even the short story, which didn't come out. It didn't come out as short as I thought it would. It was not short at all. So that book, that's gonna be a it's gonna be a beast. Um, but yeah, you'll see more of this character, Denise. I keep saying Denise. I have another one named Denise. Destiny. And well, I'll be putting her in her different stuff and doing everything with what she's gonna look like in the comic pages and stuff, in the manga pages and everything. So we'll be doing that, and then we'll just keep going from there, man. Nothing right now. Nothing right now. I'll have some stuff in the next few months. I'm still trying to figure out everything I'm doing with this one up here, and then yeah, Sam, it's gonna be a one shot. Like we're gonna try to do it, and then we'll go from there. And then if people like it and they like what we have going on, then we'll keep going. But it's just gonna start off as a one shot, and I don't even want to start since I'm doing this. Like this is all new to me. So I don't even want to start with, oh, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do all this other stuff. And then I throw myself off because I'm trying to do too much. So I'm like, okay, let's just focus on this. Me and Zach, like, we'll just focus on this. We'll get this out the way, and then we'll see where everything goes with the characters and how we all feel about it, how everybody else feels about it, and everything. But I'll be talking more about the characters and how everything is going. Um, and yeah, so yeah, appreciate it, both of you. I'm glad you understand. 'Cause I'm like I said, I'm new to this. Well, I've been I'm gonna do everything, and then I'm like, you know what? I ain't even got the skill. My hand's still shaking. You can look at it. Like, look at it. Look at it. Proud of it. You can probably see it on YouTube, Facebook, or one of the other ones. Like, you can't see it too much on here. But like my hand's still shaking and everything, and just character look all different in each position. So I'm not gonna do too much to myself to where I I I hold myself up to some standard that I'm not at yet. I have no interest in doing that. I'll look at everybody. I'll keep getting I'll keep doing everything and stuff. So it is what it is. I'll keep doing everything, and we'll get it done. That's my main thing. Is just get it done. Just get it done. Y'all can be like, this art is ass. Why is it pressing out like that? Why is one arm bigger than the other one? No. Like I did eat. I did eat. So that's not the issue. I just think it's like like all my lines are straight. But then what I did notice was that um I started looking closer to everybody else's art when I started doing it, and a lot of people's a lot of their lines are a little wobbly and stuff. I see it within the colors and stuff now. I'm like, oh, there it go. Okay. Now it's not as bad as mine, but I see it. I see it now. Like I notice it. Um, but that's not a hit or anything on anybody. It's all part of the game, man. So yeah, you'll see more Destiny and Javi, Darius, and Tatiana. The fun thing about Tatiana is like we came up with her, and she's a fairy, and she's a bone fairy, which is the equivalent of the tooth fairy. We go put that out and have some fun with that and stuff too. So like I said, all of this is new to me. I'll still be up here showing stuff and drawing and everything, and everybody can keep up with it. Look at how crazy it look, cheer it on, talk shit, whatever you're gonna do. It's just it is what it is. But it's gonna be fun either way. Like, both of you guys are right, and that's the thing that I've been noticing studying more and more manga, where it's like a lot of them, and I'm listening to them speak. You know what? I'm going to talk about this later because I gotta get done and do some other stuff. But we'll talk about that. Sam and Pat, like I'm talking about that. Sure, because I agree with y'all. They are done that way. That's that's the thing about manga, and that's the difference with a lot of stuff when it comes to like comics and manga. When people talk about it, I can tell when something is like manga from like the the authenticity of it, like lines looking scratchy, or somebody had a style like that, or the use of blank space and everything. like my man is Kofi has talked about, like you can tell all of these things in manga in the roughness to it. When it comes to comics, a lot more of it, like especially with like all the mainstream stuff, a lot of it they daggone clean. Most of the mainstream, like the main stuff, it's not they don't use those same things. So there is a difference. But that's something we're gonna get on later. I'm gonna get done with this and I